My name is Psychic. I am here to teach you everything I know about psychokinesis. This is going to be the first half of my pyrokinesis tutorial. It is really important that you go and check my previous videos, since some of that knowledge will make this video easiest to understand. For example, in my previous video I explained how your uniqueness might make pyrokinesis really hard or really easy to achieve. I don't want to repeat myself, so please go check out that other video. Before I begin this tutorial, I need to clarify a few important distinctions. Most people consider pyrokinesis to be the ability to create and control fire, but that would be wrong. Some of you have seen my video of turning a candle on under a glass dome and consider that to be pyrokinesis, but in reality pyrokinesis is only the ability to control fire, and, to be more specific, is not even about controlling fire, but more like bending the flow of it after you have created a connection. This is also my fault for calling the video pyrokinesis, so today let's put things in perspective and clarify everything. Creating fire out of nowhere is a different skill. Yes, it is connected to the ability to connect with a flame, but it requires much more than that. So let me first teach you real pyrokinesis, before we get into what you need to start a fire. There are many forces around you at all times, some more obvious than others, such as air and gravity, while others are more hidden, or located specifically in certain areas. Water and fire belong to the second category. Forces that belong to this category are notoriously more difficult to connect with. Fire is probably one of the hardest ones. Mostly because while you can use your physical body to feel a stream of water or a gust of wind, you can't do that with an open flame, which means that you are going to have to rely on your consciousness alone. Keep in mind that fire is also a destructive force, which makes it a force that takes instead of giving. In the beginning of this series of tutorials, I suggested that you start your journey of self-mastery by using the Air Force. Reason being, air is the most giving force of all. We all breathe and live because air allows it. Therefore, we are pretty much connected to the flow of air around us every single day of our life, which makes it very easy to tap into the flow of air and bend it using our consciousness. Water has a similar positive giving vibe, but forces like gravity and fire are very negative and disruptive. This means that while with air all you had to do was feel the flow of energy and tap into it, with fire you are going to have to give something in order to connect to the energy. Think about it. What does fire need to move forward? It needs something to burn, right? A fire won't go towards the ocean, but it will go towards the forest. So be the forest. Here is where your quantum connection training is going to be very useful. First, turn on a candle or sit in front of a fire. Using your hand, feel the heat generated from the flame, just like you would do with the airflow. Try to feel how the heat is moving and in what direction. Once you are certain that you can feel this fire flow, here comes the hardest part. You simply cannot bend the flow of fire like you would with air. Rim of fire needs to take something. Fire will go towards the forest. Use your quantum connection to share your consciousness with a flame and use your imagination to give it something to burn in the direction that you want the flame to go. To put it in simple terms, while air will help you and all you have to do is ask for it, fire will need to be tricked into following your instructions. Please don't forget that this is about connection and not control. Especially when working with a destructive force, you want to make sure that safety measures are in place. I would suggest to start with a small candle. Put your hands next to it and start practicing by making the flame go left and right. Then try to make the flame follow one of your hands. After that, try to bend the flame with one of your fingers. Once you feel confident, start trying to make the flame bigger or smaller. Also add more candles. I am going to repeat one more time that pyrokinesis will require that you have already mastered the quantum connection and that you really practice your imagination. I use the image of a forest, but for you it might be something different. In my next video I will talk about starting a fire out of nothing, but in the meantime please be safe and careful when practicing with disruptive forces. I can't stress enough that pyrokinesis might be really hard to learn if your uniqueness wants to take you in a different path. Also, this is a journey of self-mastery. There is no place for pride, greed and ego. If you want to learn pyrokinesis because you think it is cool, forget it. Keep on training and thank you for listening to me.